Let's do this.
So why don't
What's up,
you?
everybody? Welcome to Villainous Cinema, the YouTube simulcast with Evan Landon, Avi, and Nicholas Valdez. Nikki,
Hey, what's up, guys?
what's up? We'll get a chance to get into everything, what you're all about, and what you're doing. But we are listener supported podcast supported by people just like you, and viewer supported podcast people just like you. And we are now giving you a video meme for this. We're not the worst people to talk about any movies, but we do have a lot of things to say about movies that we did not make. Um, Nikki is one of and do not call him Nicky. Only I get to call him that. But Nicholas Valdez is one of the greatest minds as far as cinema goes, and I do appreciate everything that he has to say. So I would appreciate it if you guys would give him the same respect that I do. He hates, by the way, every single thing that we love. Um, that's not to say he's a bad person. Okay, that means to say we have to take into consideration that there are some great movies to talk about, and in which case we are going to simulcast what we put on here, what we're going to present to you on either side, and we'll figure it out one way or another if it's worthy of talking about. Now, again, I hate to say it, but I'm more of the ilk to be like, all this is just a bunch of nonsense. But this is where Nikki comes in. And we always have to take into consideration that some good movies are out there. So, Nick, would you like to tell everybody what you're all about?
That's a good point. That's a good point. There's always going to be good movies, but I'd like to personally just dive into our topic. Okay, and about a week ago, Evan basically told me, that he thought it would be cool to do a whole episode, resorted around the noir films. Okay. And so I spent the last week or so, just doing some old research and, taking a look at some old movies that I haven't like really watched since film school. But
So you did go to film school though, right? Because I did
yeah,
not.
I
No.
dropped out of film school. Like
Oh,
honestly, that's the fact. Okay.
that's
But
the fact check.
failed film career, but still doesn't mean that I didn't study, and I still love movies and I still love to talk about movies, and you know I might have some good points and I might have some bad points.
Well,
Okay.
but you are a big fan of film noir, correct?
um it's not my favorite genre, but it's cool. Like
Like what would you consider to be as someone who's been schooled? Like when would you consider it to be a film noir
I mean, it
for the
depends.
uninitiated, of
It
course?
depends, and I dove into it, like I said, this week. And part of what I dove into is is contrasting the two different genres within noir, neo noir, and classic noir. What we think of as classic noir, The Big Sleep,
Okay.
Maltese Falcon,
Right.
Sunset Boulevard, Double Indemnity,
When we
like the
talk about
classic.
when we talk about noir, though, we don't necessarily talk about the Maltese Falcon, correct?
No, not per se. I mean,
I mean, we don't need a MacGuffin for it to be in noir, correct?
no,
Okay.
no.
Like that was a
I
big
mean,
point of contention between a lot
I
of like
mean,
neo noir and noir for a
I
lot of people, I believe.
think I think noir is more related
Because
to
even like
like the grittiness.
Pulp Fiction itself has a MacGuffin in it. So
Yes, but it's not noir. I mean, you could say that aspects of Pulp Fiction are like, inspired by noir. You could say that. Okay. Like that wouldn't be an out of place statement. Okay. I definitely say like one of the modern films that I like totally equate to noir films is like the Sin City
Okay.
films for sure. Like
Oh, yeah.
that, like, and for me, it's more noir, like the grittiness of it and the damsel in distress, and the bad city and stuff. Like it all, and you have like the knight in shining
What
armor essentially. You
and
know,
I do have a good segue for this, but what do you feel about the second Sin City movie?
oh, it sucked. I mean, it was. Let me go more into depth. I wouldn't say that it like entirely sucks,
Would you feel like it
but
was a little bit more
but in
noir?
comparison to the first one was great. Like for me, the first Sin City gave birth to this whole comic book fucking rage of Marvel movies and stuff.
It's like no one was paying attention to Frank Miller until beforehand, which everyone knows that Frank Miller was like the dude that fucking made Daredevil fucking dark. He made Batman dark, you know.
But it was just simply a great movie. And then it
All
gave
great movies. Well,
literally
except for
it,
Daredevil. I mean,
it
Daredevil.
showed to everybody that yeah, you can make a good, a good
I like Daredevil.
comic book movie,
I like Daredevil.
that critics agree with
Did you
is
see the
good.
Snyder cut of Justice League?
No, I'm not gonna fucking sit down for 4 hours. Like, I mean, God, like that's. Are you kidding me?
I'm dead.
Like,
Like,
I started
why would I
joking.
waste my life watching the Snyder cut?
Um, I started joking around with my girlfriend, and I was like, "What could possibly happen in 4 hours? Blow some shit up and move on to the next scene."
You're like it's pretty much like it's like, can I just see all the cutscenes and just go on with my life?
No, but it's just I don't know, man. Like a 4 hour Snyder cut. Not to mention that I haven't really liked any of his work.
Nah, me neither.
The stuff that I've seen, there's
I've
been
honestly
like
never been a fan.
you know,
I mean, I did enjoy 300 and I did enjoy The Watchmen, but after that, it's just a bunch of nonsense. After that, they're like, dude,
I mean,
Zack Snyder's gonna like whatever. Who cares?
the 300 movie was okay, but the follow up sucked.
Did you
Like
ever watch? Okay,
so
so I
bad.
saw the Justice League and I saw Batman versus Superman, directed by the same motherfucker. His name was Jack Snyder. Zack Snyder. Who gives a fuck? And I was like, yo, seriously, that was like 2 hours long. The 2 hours of my life I'm not getting back. So I'm gonna segue to this though. To speak back to noir, there is a actor that was in a damsel in distress, or the second Sin City movie. I never watched it. His name's
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I believe he was in a movie called Brick, which was, but he was
Yeah.
also in a movie called Inception by Christopher Nolan.
I
And
didn't like
then
Inception.
but yeah, but the noir thing is, it's a big carryover for what's his name? Who's the guy that did Brick? I forget his name.
I forget.
Ryan
I mean,
Johnson. Ryan Johnson. I know it's like
mean,
Rian. Rian. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and he made that movie, and he also did another one that was like quite enthralling called
I
Knives
think that
Out.
he did that
After
new
that.
movie or newer movie called Knives Out or some shit.
Mhm.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things.
Well, I don't know. Ryan Johnson's a very odd cat in my book. I mean, with Brick, it was amazing. Don't get me wrong. I really did enjoy Brick, And
was fucking good.
I think that you spoke to that's like legit, like a neo noir flick, right? Correct?
Totally legit neo noir. Like it, you can see the like I bring back to the point for me is like the grittiness. There's certain aspects for me that just make noir, and it's like the grittiness, the gritty city, okay, or the gritty situation that you're getting yourself into. In this case, it was that underworld that they looked into, that the whole mystery revolved around. Okay. And then you have the damsel in distress in a certain aspect. Okay, it's right
So
there.
does but that doesn't what constitutes noir, correct?
No, I mean it's really like noir. It happens between a certain time frame and yada yada yada, all the details of that aspect. Okay. But for me personally, when I look at a noir film, because it's really depends, does it have to be a mystery movie? No, it doesn't. It can be a gangster flick.
All right.
It can
Are you
be
seeing my screen?
a mystery flick. No.
Oh, okay. Neo noir, and this is just like on my screen. This is what it's saying, right? It's a revival of a genre of film noir. The term film noir was popularized in 1955 by French critics Raymond Bourdet and Etienne Chateauneuf. It's applied to crime films of the 1940s and the 1950s, mostly produced in the United States, which adopted a 1920s, 1930s Art Deco visual environment, the English translation of a dark movie, indicating something sinister or shadowy, but also expressing a cinematographic style. The film noir genre includes stylish Hollywood crime dramas, often with a twisted dark wit. Neo noir has a similar style, but with updated themes, content styles, and visual and media. Which I think that's what Brick is, right?
Yeah. I mean, I see it in this like gritty way. Like, I think a really good even though you probably wouldn't like portray it to, but I think of Fargo to a certain aspect, really inspired
Fargo, yeah.
by the noir films. And the same thing with, for sure, Big Lebowski is like totally like landed upon that.
Well, the Coen brothers
and
Coen brothers able to nail it.
and easily, even though it's probably not classified under it, like I would bring up Blue Velvet in that and say that that's definitely a neo noir, and just the sense.
No, I also think like, okay, but you were bringing up Blue Velvet for a different reason though.
What? Because it's fantastic? Yes.
Well, you were watching it, and then
no, not recently. Actually, it was just one of those films that I've seen many times. Okay.
You talk about it a lot.
and not
I
only
love it.
that,
Don't get me wrong. I love.
But I was like, okay, this will be. And when I was like before, I didn't really. Of course, I didn't plan out what we're gonna talk about.
No, we're not. I guess what you said is we're gonna talk about film noir, and I was like, sure.
And I had some examples that I was like, oh.
I know that you can talk about film noir for a very long time, and I can talk about film noir for an extensive amount of time, but that's like your season product. So I kind of brought up a couple of ideas, and I thought that I would keep it going.
But okay.
Well, you also mentioned Sin City, correct? So Sin City, Damsel in Distress. Sure. Did you ever see that? You never saw that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
yes.
You did. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in that movie.
Yes.
And he's a card player of some kind, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the movie that well.
He gets like some fingers chopped off or something, and he's like the senator's son or some shit.
Yeah, he gets shot like pretty early in the movie, right?
but that was one of the things I wanted to say too, is that like with Brick, you know, with that sort of like whole sort of film noir, neo noir even, would you say that, okay, you have one style where you have nothing but crazy nonsense comic book shit, and then all of a sudden you've got one where it's like, all right, and I'm speaking of Sin City in that way, and then you've got one that's like Brick, where very like it's like this is something original, you know, it's and we're not entirely sure what's going on in this, and it's nothing but like dialogue that's incredible. I think that Joss Whedon would even be very very um like jealous of what Ryan Johnson made for that movie as far as that goes. And then you got the other part on the other side, and that is where Ryan Johnson's like, you know what? Let me do that film noir thing again, except I'm gonna change it all around, and you're gonna know who the killer is on the other on the first side, and then you get to see how degraded, like I don't know. There's just so much like there's just like it's too stylized after a while to where you lose the plot.
Mm,
That's me. I
every
mean, Knives Out sucked to me. I mean, I can appreciate it for what it is,
yeah,
but I think they would that guy Ryan Johnson, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Like,
Never saw it.
if you say it sucks, then I guess I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Um,
Have you watched?
we'll see.
What's a good neo noir movie that's not Sin City or any of the three that I brought up?
Um, hmm.
As far as you say, like neo noir.
Oh, for sure. I mean, neo noir. Like, I would definitely bring up Big Lebowski. Like I said, like for sure, for sure. I mean, that's like totally.
And you got Fargo, like
And
the
then
Coen brothers.
Fargo is easily it. I mean, it's not so much the gritty town, but it's something about it, like that iciness to it, that um, evil shit happen around the corner kind of thing that you're not exactly aware of. Blue Velvet for me is such a great neo noir film. It's just it's it's
But you're
got
like
this
you're like a
twisted
huge
thing.
you're a huge Lynchian fan guy though. Like I mean, you talk about Lynch all the
I
time.
love that flick. I love that film by him, and I've really enjoyed Mulholland Drive. I
Yeah, I
think
never
it's
got. I couldn't get back. I couldn't get past the fucking diner scene. Really good.
good. Because
Because
I
and I was just like, this is stupid. Like
but
as soon as you meet the lady behind the dumpster, I was like, this is fucking dumb.
but other examples would be like okay, Old Boy. Do you
Okay.
see
Yes.
the
Yes. Old
Korean
boy.
version of Old Boy?
I saw the remake. Did you see the
Fucking
remake? Did you see the remake?
no. I mean, yes, I've seen the remake, but it doesn't compare to the original. Okay, it just doesn't compare.
Why would you remake anything, Nick? Nikki,
You
why would you
know,
remake anything? Why don't you just tell
another.
your own story, man?
It's just like Old Boy is fantastic. That's a definite neo noir. You have another neo noir that could be what's it called? Memories from a Murder, another South Korean film by that fucking dude Bong Joon-ho. You know that guy?
Yeah.
He did that fucking movie Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer
Oh, yeah.
and Okja and some other stuff like recently. I
Kim
haven't
Jong
watched
Un. Kim
much
Jong
of
Un or
his
something
stuff,
like that. Yeah.
but this movie, Memories of a Murder, is fantastic.
But it's like it's a neo noir though.
Yeah, 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 for sure. That's a great neo noir film. It's all placed in like this
Now, here's one.
dystopian, gritty South
Now,
Korea or whatever.
just coming from my point of view,
Yeah.
there's a movie called Dick Tracy from my childhood.
Mhm. Yes,
Well,
I remember.
thing about this one is that I actually have action figures that I still keep. There's a guy named Shoulders, where it's just like shoulder blades.
And Dick had like the bright fucking yellow jacket.
There's a guy named Prune Face.
I remember the movies, like they were fucking cheesy as hell.
I literally bought that on VHS for like $5, and I'm like, wow, that's $5. I just never get it back. But you know what? Still have it on VHS because you know what? That's the that's the only way to watch that one.
I think it's kind of weird, but I was thinking
But
like,
look at your list of Academy Award winning motherfuckers in this, right? Got Warren Beatty, Al Pacino, Paul Sorvino,
well, it should have
Dustin
been
Hoffman. Like, this is just a nutso movie, and it's like totally the movie that I would go and talk about because like everyone forgets about Dick Tracy, and it's like no, there's a reason why all these people went watch this movie in the movie theater. It's very successful, so
Yeah, but it was really bad.
no, it's a great movie.
Anyway,
And action figures and everything. It's good. So there's another movie that came out not too long ago that I also felt the need to talk about. And not just like the ultimate neo-noir film. Now, I went
that movie, the number 2023, I think it is.
Okay.
With Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you talked about that the other day too, man.
That's a definite neo-noir. It's kind of creepy, but like
I like it. I like that one. I like it when Jim Carrey like steps out of his Ace Ventura bullshit.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, that was it. Okay. All right. So there's a movie called Blade Runner 2027.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that?
I yes, I watched it, but like it
2049. Blade Runner
boring.
2049.
It was boring. It was like the continuation of the Blade Runner story, but it just wasn't as good.
It I mean like what okay, so but apparently Blade Runner was a neo-noir film itself. Right?
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Now what made and this is just me, and I'm obviously trolling on this point.
And actually, I was just thinking of this. Okay,
we should talk about Blade Runner, man.
Of the parallels between sci-fi films and neo-noir films. Okay, you're in this gritty land. There's this like monster around the corner a lot of times. You can't see it. It's like it's a lot of neo-noir like concepts.
Yeah. Well, the other part about Blade Runner that made it really interesting to me, and call me one of those what's the word? Purists. Like when it comes to these movies, and when these movies come out, like I'm always like sitting there saying like, what is it about Blade Runner that makes it amazing? And I'm like, well, I believe it's the ambiguity of the entire situation, where it's like you're not entirely sure if he's a replicant or not.
Yeah.
If he's hunting himself or not. So what this movie did was they answered that question for everybody, and we're like, but that just ruins the movie for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was why I was like, yeah, I know he's a replicant, so who the fuck cares? And it's like, well, we got Ryan Gosling, and you get 2.5 hours of him and Jared Leto. Like, fuck you.
I know, and it just wasn't Well, it like there
Like we've
wasn't
already figured it out. Who cares? So,
there wasn't like scenes where you felt like you were given information.
no.
Like this is the okay, this is the problem with like good storytelling and bad storytelling. Like you have to be given like that good solid information as you go along. And for me that's why you know me, I love murder mysteries. I love murder mysteries because I feel that only a good storyteller can truly do a good murder mystery. Okay? If you do it badly, it just lands on its ass. Okay? It
Yeah.
just can't be done.
Well,
You
there was a joke that I made a long time ago on Twitter, and like everyone thought it was like hilarious and yada yada yada. But uh, I think it's still floating around there somewhere in the ether. But I said, how it's like, oh, well, I found this hamster and he can write the perfect murder mystery. And my friend said, how can a hamster write a good murder mystery? I'm like, well, I guess the ending first. There you go.
yeah. So, but I do think there's a lot of parallels between sci-fi and neo noir, like for sure. Like I was just thinking of that.
Well, I mean, one of the other parts too is oh, before we get into it, there is something that has been discussed with me before
Mhm.
about what apparently everybody fucking loves this movie, and I think it's just okay. And I know
What?
that you probably hate it, so we might be able to agree on this. There's a movie called Drive.
Yeah,
Would you consider that to be a crime noir, neo crime noir?
yeah, yeah, for
Did you
sure.
like it?
Um,
I didn't like it.
you know what? It's kind of.
It's like inane. It's like a yarn, like
I'll
how
tell you this. It's
like what you know what you call a yarn, right? That's where you just keep pulling it, 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 keep pulling it. That's the yarn.
it's a little unnerving that like the dude doesn't talk.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
no exposition, but
it's like I mean,
you'd think that I'd like that though.
but
Think that I would like it.
it's okay. It's okay. Like
It's
from it,
overrated, I think, in my opinion.
it is overrated, but it's not a bad film. You know, and if you watch like any of his other stuff, that guy's I forget his fucking name, Nicholas Rain or some shit like that. Um, you can kind of see like he does that a lot of the like silent characters kind of thing. He did this other movie called Neon Zero. I've watched. It was like, I mean, from its cinematography standpoint, is very nice and very pretty. The same thing with kind of Drive. It's very nice and very pretty. And the woman in Drive, she actually does do a pretty darn good performance. You know,
You know who she reminds me of is the chick from she reminds me of what's her name? Shoot. From Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. We were talking about that the other day. That's also another
oh, I was talking about that woman with my girlfriend the other day, and I
like
was like, I
I
don't
don't know.
get why she didn't get more popular than she was. She's like,
Yeah, Michelle
the
Monaghan.
the build. She's the build. She's like,
Yeah, she's
decent at
amazing.
acting.
Like
She's all
she's
the kind of
perfect in that movie at
pretty
least.
kind of thing for a leading lady type of woman.
Yeah, my
You know,
girlfriend and I were talking about that shit
it's
yesterday
like
too. We were talking about
that look, that Julia Roberts kind of
well,
thing.
no, it's Shane Black. And we were watching Predator the other day, and I was like, you know what? Shane Black fucking nailed it as fucking Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And Michelle Monaghan. Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't have a whole lot under there. Oh, what pixels? Yeah, yeah. She never
Yeah,
got.
like she's
I
just
don't know.
like
I don't know what
she's
happened.
like drowned out, but like, which I don't get. She like had those things. She's like got that like Jennifer Lawrence type of thing,
Yeah, she's got that feel to
Julia
her.
Roberts type thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that like she's like the end all be all as far as like leading ladies go,
No,
but
no, no,
she did
no.
a good
She's
job.
not the, like
But you know,
amazing.
also since we're speaking of film noir, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, what's up? Also one of the greatest Christmas movies
For
of all time.
sure. Yes, that is true. Also, that is for sure true.
I mean, every single time like I'm doing my top 5 of Christmas movies, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang somehow finds its way in there. So is like the Ice Harvest and Die
The Ice
Hard.
Harvest.
Uh, what a fucking great movie.
I mean, yes, they happen at Christmas.
Also a neo noir.
Most of those, yes.
How are all these Christmas movies neo noir? That's what the first
Well,
podcast is gonna be about. We're gonna be like,
noir movies happen to have been like a lot of times in like the cold and shit, like so. It was kind of like you could definitely say that Christmas was a common aspect of neo noir films and noir films.
how could you possibly put those two together without John Cusack or Shane Black? And like you're just or also if we're going to go with it, another neo noir, the greatest Christmas movie of all time, In Bruges.
Yes, that was actually on my list of mentions.
So there we go, man. We're
Yes.
you know, we're not only just like on our first video podcast, by the way, we're not just knocking out the top 5 neo noir movies of all time, but we're knocking out the Christmas movies too.
Neo noir
Three
is
of these, 3 of the greatest Christmas movies of all time are neo noir movies. But we already know that the other 2 is A, Die Hard, B, Scrooge. So those
yes.
they have nothing to do with it. But the other 3 are all neo noir.
Yes, they are.
I mean,
Like-
unless you can say like there's a better Christmas movie than the other 3 that I named.
Home Alone.
Fuck.
Yes.
Curse you, Macaulay Culkin.
I'm telling you, Home Alone is
The Incredible Culk.
it is a great Christmas
He
movie.
follows me on Twitter, you know that?
Who?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
We should get him on the show.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? Fucking boost ratings. I mean, like we got like nobody.
I know.
Dude, we're just starting. It's the first episode.
But like, yeah. It's like episode 1.
Episode 1.
So
There is
that would be
there
killer.
is the other one that we had, and we're like,
Get him for like
"Oh."
episode 3.
Can you imagine if we actually started to get like real people like on the inside, like in between us, like on
Yeah.
the wait, hold on, you're on that side, so like in between.
Oh, I have you on this side.
Yeah, but I have to be on this side. Wait, am I on this side or this side? Yeah, whatever. Which tattoos do I show? Is it tattoos over here or tattoos over here? Tattoos over
I
here.
don't know. It depends on what arm you pull up. Name it.
Bunch of lame ass shit. This fucking episode sucks. It's our first episode though.
What?
It's our first episode.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
can you pull up something for me?
what? Yeah,
I want
sure.
to see if you I want to see if you can I want to see if you can pull it up and it's gonna actually record. Okay. Need you to pull up a movie called Chinatown.
Mm. What, like the trailer? You got to give me allow me to share my screen.
Can I? I did.
Yeah. You're the owner of this thing, so.
Share sound. Optimize video clip. Sure. Got it.
You're sharing your screen.
Am I?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Where am I? All right. We'll flip on this. Oh yeah. No. Where? Wait, where are you? Oh, I can do that.
Ooh. Go in there.
Where is it?
See.
Yep.
Oh,
Where's this?
go back to that thing.
Which one? This one?
No, back to the settings of screen sharing.
You sure?
What's that black thing?
What did I do? Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't know what that.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What, you have to go into the screen sharing.
But you can do it though, right?
No, I can't share my screen because you haven't allowed me to.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. You still can't?
Oh, it's like I'm like disabled. I'm
What?
disabled, dude. I'm disabled. Anyway, so like what we were talking
Oh,
about.
I got it. There we go. You're good.
No, but I did want to mention that like I was thinking of the lobster the other day.
That's not a crime noir.
I don't give a shit. The lobster is great. The lobster is great. And whenever I think of the lobster, I know that
we
I'm
can talk
fit-
about the lobster when we talk about rom-coms, okay?
okay.
That's when we start talking about the lobster, okay? We're talking about crime noir, neo noir,
Oh my gosh.
and
Neo-noir
also Christmas movies.
and Christmas movies. Okay.
Apparently. I have
No,
idea
and
how-
the lobster, and Stanley Kubrick. Got to talk about Stanley Kubrick.
Okay,
because-
we'll bring it up. We'll bring it up for the next one. Let's do that. Let's
Okay.
bring up rom-coms and Stanley Kubrick.
Yes. It's a perfect mixture.
We gotta be able to put those two things together somehow. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
But what would you say is a good crime noir Christmas movie?
Neo or classic?
Let's do classic. What's like a good classic one? Because like, I mean, you
Good.
know a lot more of those classic ones.
Good classic, and I'm not sure if it's a Christmas movie. For me, it would be like Sunset Boulevard.
Is that during Christmas time or?
I don't think so. Um, a newer neo-noir movie. Maybe you've seen it. Did you see that movie Collateral? A while back with Tom Cruise. He had like white hair in it or whatever.
So that was a Christmas movie?
No, but it's a neo-noir movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. But hey, remember that one movie that I was telling you about just a few seconds ago before I fucked everything up? Chinatown.
Oh, Chinatown's great.
And that,
Chinatown's fantastic.
didn't Jack actually get his nose broken during that movie?
I don't know. That'd be
What
worth
they said.
checking out.
What they said they punched that dude punched him in the face.
Yeah.
I'm not to say that I did or nothing, but
I mean, I really like that movie. That's a really good movie. Like great storytelling to that, you know. And of course Jack Nicholson is just always fantastic. You know. Like he's just I don't know if there's an actor parallel to Jack Nicholson.
oh yeah, his name's Christian Slater.
What? What is wrong with you? Why would you even say that?
Because it says it on all the back of my VHS jackets. The new Jack Nicholson, Christian Slater.
Never. Could never happen.
Dude, Christian Slater should have been the Joker.
No, never. The Joker, like, I mean,
yeah.
he is
I
a
think I
joke.
can play the Joker.
I mean, he is a joke, but you know, doesn't mean he can play the joke.
Quick shout out to Christian Slater, by the way.
I did just call him a joke.
You could never play the Joker. That's a joke. I mean, you are a joke. That's what Nikki said, though. That's what Nikki said.
Oh man, I'm not apologizing. I'm sorry.
You're not. You keep
No.
apologizing for things that you feel are true. That's what the problem is. You're like, no, you
I'm
actually
not
feel this way. You do.
I'm not apologizing for shit. Except Broken Arrow was kind of cool. I'll give you that much.
You sound like my mom when my mom tries to tell me about like she's like trying to explain to me whom Christian Slater is, and she's like, you know, that guy that was in that movie with Morgan Freeman. And I'm like, you mean Hard Rain? And she's like, yeah, where there's the rain that keeps coming down, and he's like the main guy. And I'm like, you know, he was in one just like that called Broken Arrow with John Travolta. She's like, well, if I said John Travolta, you wouldn't know what I said. And I'm like, you said Morgan Freeman. But I know that you're talking about Christian Slater. Like if you said, what's that one movie with John Travolta in it? And I said, oh, Christian Slater, Broken Arrow, of course.
No, there's
Like,
no
like,
way I would have
that.
guessed
Like,
that.
because we talked about it. You'd be like, because we fucking talked about it, Evan.
Like, there's no way I would have guessed that. Like, if you would have told me a movie with John Travolta, I would have been like, you're being so fucking vague, man.
Like,
why
what's
don't
that
you
one
just-
movie, Evan, with
Why
John
don't you just
Travolta
ask
and
me,
Christian Slater?
hey
I'd be like,
man,
Broken
do you
Arrow.
remember that movie with the guy who did the thing and the guy who did the other thing?
American Psycho.
American Psycho was great.
Would you consider that to be a noir? No, it's more of a psychological thriller.
There are some like neo-noir aspects to it, but no.
Maybe more like a rules of engagement kind of whatever that movie was that they did.
Rules of
Again,
Engagement.
going back to that shit. Remember that rules of engagement? The same cat that wrote American Psycho wrote that one movie with James Van Der Beek, and Brick just nailed it. Everything that they were trying to do in that rules of engagement movie, whatever, Brian Johnson nailed it with Brick.
Yeah. Brick was a really good film.
That was amazing.
But
I mean,
you know what's better? Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I mean, do you just like keep your cards held very close to you, and you're like, I got a couple of aces, and I'll just keep throwing out Blue Velvet every once in a while.
I could just like throw out Blue Velvet every once in a while. Or maybe like just every once in a while that I ever need it, like just throw out Apocalypse Now. Like for me,
that's not crime noir though.
No, it's not. Not in this circumstance.
Right. But you're gonna say that
for a war movie, especially for an anti-war movie.
This is our first podcast. Okay, we're not going into war movies just yet.
I know, but we can dive into it for just a second.
No. Let's save it. Let's save it for the next one. We'll save it for the next one. We'll save our ammo. The next one might just be war movies and directors.
Okay.
That's gonna be.
But you know what? There is a Stanley Kubrick movie that is a classic noir film. Have you ever seen The Killing?
Yeah.
You remember that? His first.
Yeah. So you would consider that to be noir?
Now, I'm not sure if that is his first or second feature film.
What was it? I think it was like Lolita, I think, right? Something like that.
No. That's for sure like further in. Because that's like in 62 or some shit like that. If I'm not mistaken. If you would figure out how to give me allowance to share my screen, then I can like start like looking shit up.
Sure. I mean, I think you can, right? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can.
Oh yeah.
Now I can. Okay.
Who gave that to you?
Yeah.
Cool. You're in control.
Cool. Okay, so
I think that we're still actually being able to be seen. So.
Yeah, we're like right here in the corner.
Okay, cool. So I'm just seeing what you're seeing. Oh, are you not ready for Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League?
Oh fuck this. I do not want to see that. Like I am not spending 4 hours. God, I'm like up to here with those fucking whatevers. Those
are they actually superheroes at this point? I mean,
stupid Marvel and DC movies. Like I'm just up to here.
Everyone take a break.
Hey, has that Black Widow shit come out yet?
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, from what I hear, WandaVision is very intrepid and one of those bestest things that a lot of my friends whom, by the way, I do somewhat I'll accept their opinion, but I don't think any more about it. But that WandaVision, they're like, oh, the WandaVision, so good. The shit. And I was like,
get the
loot on this deal. 2 minutes.
They started saying, "Oh, it's really, really good," and then they were like,
"Should be that much on the track offices."
Shit. And I'm like, "No, I'll just watch the whole thing." Hell yeah!
You don't remember
this? This also looks a lot like one of those Mystery Science Theater.
Like money. You got a great big dollar sign there.
Like if I did The Killing with all my friends, like tomorrow night, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" I'd be like,
"I'm no good for anybody else.
Like, yeah.
Pretty and I'm not very smart, so
maybe like, oh, you're just watching this because it's fucking complete and total shit. And I'm like, no.
Anyway, you remember that shit?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's a good classic like noir film for sure. And that's just a bank heist. It's not exactly like the damsel in distress and all that. But it does to a certain aspect hold all those things.
Yeah, I wouldn't like. Yeah, I'd say that's noir. I'd say that's noir.
Yeah.
But I think the one that shit. What was the one that I was thinking of the other day? Like, I actually was thinking about this too. So I brought up Dick Tracy, and I brought up oh, my girlfriend. Ooh, hello. Like I thought of Blade Runner too. And then they say that the neo noir is basically Sin City, the new Blade Runner movie, yada yada yada, and shit like that.
Yeah, Sin City for sure.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know.
Sin City was good.
However, there is one movie that I was like really wanting to ask you about. Shit, I can't even fucking remember which one it is.
What? The Lobster, right?
Nope, that's not noir.
Oh shit!
You gotta stay on topic, man. You gotta stay on topic.
Damn.
You gotta
Okay,
lose
can we talk
everybody.
about-
Just go off topic. Okay.
Can we talk
No,
about the
that's
Coen
for our
brothers? Because
rom-coms. When we talk about rom-coms, that's when we get into it.
what about the Coen brothers? Because they
Nope.
are totally bring out some
Nope.
neo-noir
This is the
concept.
one. This is the one. Now, this is gonna even it out. This is also a fucking Christmas movie, and you need to really love this because this is my other pick. LA Confidential.
Yes. Yes. Christmas movie, neo-noir, for sure.
So so as far as we're racking this up, right? I mean, and these aren't the greatest neo-noir flicks of all time, but we have actually assumed that these are all neo-noir flicks, and we've got 4.
Yeah.
Numero uno.
I have a
Bang
list
Bang.
here.
Numero dos. Ice Harvest. Numero tres. Wait, what was the other? Oh no. Well, we got LA Confidential. And what was the other one? Oh shit. In Bruges. In Bruges should be up here. So I'm betting that there's a 5th. I'm reaching here.
One
but
that,
we
didn't
might be able to
mention.
make this link. In
One
our
that-
first, Nikki, in our first episode, we might be able to make this link.
Wait, but one that we didn't mention. Did you ever watch that movie Nightcrawler?
No, what's it about?
With this dude. Let's see.
Alan Cumming? Was it done during Christmas? If it's
No.
X-Men, if it's an X-Men movie.
Here, check this out. Yeah, for sure. Like I've seen it. It was good. It wasn't well, I mean, it wasn't like great, but it was good.
Hmm.
But that came out a while back, like not too long ago, but it's not new for sure.
Yeah, no, of course not.
But he's not a bad actor, like Jake Gyllenhaal. I've seen him
about
do some good stuff.
What, like?
Like
I mean, he's been in some good ones.
I have something.
What was that one that I liked the most? No, I really don't.
You're thinking of Jarhead, bro.
No, I didn't like him in that one.
What, no?
No.
Or Donnie Darko.
Yeah, that's the one. That's like the only one. Like I was like, fucking it, Donnie Darko, the greatest superhero of all time. It's like I'm just gonna take myself out.
Yeah.
You know, fucking great movie.
I saw it a long time ago.
I feel like I really feel like it brought him and his sister together.
Yeah.
Maggie. I feel like it brought them together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because like they actually seemed like they got along.
Yeah. And
Like if you
really
see
good,
them, they
too.
fucking hate each other. They're like, but it's like, hey, well, if we're just playing, like, you know, whatever.
And she's a good actress. I've seen her in quite a few things that I enjoyed. You know, she wasn't bad. I haven't seen her in a while though.
Oh shit.
What?
I already got it. But I'm gonna hold it back. I'll hold this one back.
What? Hold what back?
I have the last piece to this Christmas B movie anthem.
Okay.
We've got In Bruges, correct?
Yeah.
We have The Ice Harvest.
Yeah.
We have
Ice Harvest is the ultimate neo-noir Christmas
Wouldn't
movie.
you just love to watch that one again?
Which should I put the trailer on?
Go for it. Yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Please. For the love of God. Yes. This is John Cusack. Oliver Platt, by the way. Fucking Billy Bob Thornton killing it. Like just straight up killing. Who's the chick too? Oh, I can't remember the chick. Fucking, but cousin Ed from fucking from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Randy Quaid.
Yeah. I haven't seen this in a while. I remember it being good.
Billy Bob Thornton. This is while he was like dating Angelina Jolie. And like
this is when he was
his
like
career. All at the same time. It's just this fucking crazy ass movie that flew way under the radar, man.
I mean, it wasn't that good. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't that good.
It flew way under the radar, man. Way under the radar because it's actually based off a novel.
Yeah, but they could have. I don't know. It could have been done better.
Well, can you say that about any movie?
Yes.
Except for Jurassic Park.
What?
You can say that about any movie except for Jurassic Park.
Jurassic is great. Phenomenal.
Like that was the perfect movie for that book. But yeah, pretty much you can say that about every book. You're like, well, the book was better than the movie. It's like not Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, the movie is phenomenal. And you know, there's a lot of movies that are based off of books that they're fucking epic, man.
Yeah, which one?
Like The Shining, for example.
Yeah, but Stephen King demonizes The Shining, you know.
Yeah, but he made it his own, which is even better.
You think so? We're gonna
I
have to
can't
have a
say.
talk about that.
I can't say. I have never read the book, so fuck it.
You never read? Okay.
No, I just
So you don't know. I read the book when I was a child. I thought it was
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Which is
book.
better?
The movie.
Okay.
But there's apples and oranges too. I mean, and the
No,
book.
no. It's not
In the
apples
book-
and oranges.
Yeah, it is
Because you
in the
just
book-
chose
in
the apple.
book- that's the one, right?
Yeah, the one with Christian Bale and shit.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so I said Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, In Bruges. What was the other one? Oh, Ice Harvest. That was what we were talking about.
Ice Harvest.
L.A. Confidential.
Yes. I like that movie. Although it's a bit long, dude. Have you ever noticed how long it is?
It's a noir. It is the definition of a neo noir.
Yes, but have you ever noticed how long it is? Fuck, dude. They could have like chopped off an hour of that goddamn movie.
I don't want to talk about how long movies are. I just had to watch a movie called Fumiko and Baby Shark, Cosmic Adventure or some shit. I have we just cut a podcast about that with my niece and nephew, and that is by far the longest hour of my life I've ever spent. And I do like to think that this might be in some way karma,
Yeah.
but I had to
Well-
listen to that Baby Shark song at least 15 times in the course of an hour and try to
Yeah.
follow an incoherent story and then cut a podcast about it.
Well,
My
again,
brain is sweating. Like it's like you have no idea like how like I'm just like what? I'm keeping it together.
that being said, that's why this like 4-hour movies are
Wait, no, LA Confidential was not that long.
no, but it was like almost 3 hours long.
I got it over here. I got it over here.
Check the runtime.
What we got here is LA Confidential on VHS. And so the runtime 138 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like just over 2 hours.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, but it's like it's
pretty
fucking
badass,
long
though.
movie. It's like 2 hours 15 or something like that.
It is a Christmas movie too, though.
Yeah, and it's just like a gangster film. Like they like Jesus, like I found it like to be really long.
Like, I don't know, like it was supposed to be. I think it was set back in the 20s or 30s or something like that. Anyway, so like whenever
Have
you're
you
making
ever-
one of those noir films, like you're wondering, you know, well, maybe it's a whole whatever. Like it's like if it's in the 20s, it's a noir. Like if it's
Yeah,
like
well-
from 100 fucking years ago, it's got to be a noir. Because if you're
Well,
not saying
it's-
that's from 100 years ago,
Like
what are you trying to say?
I mean, if there was crime and it was mystery, or it was crime and gangster, or like heist movie, like, and it occurred like within a certain period of time, like I said, like hands down, that's gonna be a noir film. But you know, there were comedies at that time that are not per se, you know, noir, obviously.
Personal. But like,
You know,
all right, well, I'm giving up my fifth one. because I think this is actually going to end my list. And I
Yeah.
had no, also, by the way, and I want everyone else to know this too, I did not plan on this happening. This is just how Nikki and I talk. But we just figured out the 5 neo-noir films that are also Christmas films.
Yes. Okay, what's the last one?
Do you want me to round it up for you?
Yeah.
Numero uno, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Why is that a Christmas movie?
Because it occurs during Christmas and like
Yeah, it's
Christmas
probably
parties
the
and shit.
biggest factor, probably, right? It's also about a man trying to figure out a death, right? It's like a mystery, correct?
Yeah, it's a mystery movie, but
And he
it's a
teams up with a
Christmas movie
detective,
also,
you know,
and it's a
he teams up-
neo-noir film also.
Yeah. The other one would be The Ice Harvest, which you should,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
what would that make that a noir film as well?
It's a neo-noir. It's a mystery / gangster film / neo-noir.
Yeah, and it takes place on Christmas Day, correct?
I don't remember, but it definitely happens around Christmas.
Yeah, what's his name? Oliver Platt like pisses on the Christmas tree. And all the
Okay. I know it happens around Christmas, but I don't know.
And then like
if
some
it-
guy kicks him in the balls. Yeah, it's a big deal. Numero tres would be, what's the other one? Oh shoot, In Bruges. One of the greatest Irish films of all time. Starring
Yes.
the great Colin Farrell.
Yes.
What would make that a noir film?
Again, it's the grittiness of the situation that is put in. The characters are put in, and like the whole, like, just the way that Colin Farrell is kind of like the good guy, but like, you know, he's surrounded within this like bad city. Like that's what makes it a noir film, essentially.
And then what was the other one I said? Do you remember? We got Ice Harvest, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, In Bruges, and there's another one. I said
Die Hard.
no. No, no, no. Hold on.
Wait, no?
No, I got this. Hold on. Die Hard is not. No, Die Hard is not a noir film.
Oh, bummer. You already have like LA Confidential in there, right?
Oh no. So LA Confidential, right? Because that is a Christmas party that takes place, and all the cops are there, and that's when all the shit goes down. Is during Christmas Day.
Yeah. For sure.
So I'm gonna peg us off with number 5. And this is a very, very long forgotten movie. And I know that
Fun. Blue Velvet.
that's not a Christmas movie.
Oh God. Whatever.
Long Kiss Goodnight. The Long Kiss Goodnight is a movie with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson that I will always remember as Samuel L. Jackson saying the words, "You made an assumption. You know how you make an assumption? Make an ass out of you and umption."
I remember like it was
Words from the script. Yeah, words from the script.
it was with that
I
Gina
mean, I would
Davis.
say Lethal Weapon would probably be a noir. I don't know, but probably not.
Lethal Weapon.
That's also a Christmas movie.
That's
Die
kind
Hard,
of push.
also a Christmas movie.
That's kind of
Gremlins, also a Christmas movie.
Yes.
But they are not noir.
No.
So I think we nailed it.
I mean, you can talk yourself into anything and like kind of like
Episode 1, how we
say
linked,
like, hey,
Neo Noir and the top 5 Christmas movies.
like, but
Whatever.
yeah,
It's not like anybody cares what
no,
we've accomplished nothing today.
no, we haven't accomplished zero.
I don't know. I think we have.
Yeah, we figured out the 5 neo noir Christmas movies. Just
Or
in
just
case
the
like,
top 5 Christmas movies that actually have neo noir in them. We can
Yeah.
talk about the horror ones later, but
totally.
yeah, I don't think that you've ever seen any of the horror ones. Like Santa's Sleigh.
No,
No. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
no.
Elves.
What? No, I have not.
These are the kind of movies that my fan base that we whatever, they don't give a shit. But that's why I talk to you though, is that you're not an idiot when it comes to movies. You know, I can just basically sit here and tell everybody, be like, oh yeah, RoboCop's the best Easter movie of all time.
RoboCop. They had like that first one, and then they had like the follow up, like back in the 80s, right?
Tell you what, hey, RoboCop is the proxy of Jesus Christ.
Aren't they gonna weren't they gonna remake that or some shit?
I don't know. Who cares? Can't beat the original or number 3.
No. I mean,
have you ever seen number 3?
No.
I feel like I should make everybody watch number 3. RoboCop 3 should be something that everyone puts on their watch list. I don't know.
Wait, have I seen that RoboCop 3?
It's where it's where he can fly.
Oh yeah, yeah, I have. He flies and shit, and it's really cheesy.
I mean, it's not good.
It's really bad. Those movies were awful.
I mean, it started up here, and then
no. It started down here. You see, you can't even see my hand in the camera.
They're like saying to him, they're like usually we might have a 4th movie, but we're like, terrible idea.
Right here.
How do you fuck up RoboCop? I mean, seriously. Like, how do you do it? And I'll tell you this right now, and this is only because Easter is coming up and we're going to have our Easter episode. So we're going to talk about Easter. And we might talk about some other things too, but we're going to talk about RoboCop 1, 2, and 3. And you better watch this shit. And then what? Okay, all right. Hey, look, I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying that people are going to want to hear what you have to say about these movies. Now, you're going to make me watch movies about Easter on my end too.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Since I gave you RoboCop 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
You give me 1, 2, and 3.
Well, what are we doing What are we doing our next episode about?
What dates? Okay, so next one's gonna be on
next Saturday.
Next Saturday, so it'll be the 27th, right? When's Easter? It's like 2 weeks from now, right? Okay. So what do you think? What do you think it should be about? I have a couple of ideas.
What, anti-war movies?
Yeah, well, I was thinking
well, what are we doing about like war movies?
War movies.
Yeah,
because you said something about Apocalypse Now.
Oh, that's great.
And then epic. I said
even though it's
We should
way
talk
too
about we
fucking
should talk
long,
about
even
Stanley
with the
Kubrick.
theatrical cuts, way too
Then we should
long.
talk about Stanley Kubrick. So what we're going to be getting into is a discussion about war movies and Stanley Kubrick movies.
Yeah, I love it.
And we'll be able to cover an hour very quickly on that.
Yes.
But yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, then obviously, you know, the movies have to be like Apocalypse, Full Metal Jacket, and
Doctor Strangelove.
no, Paths of Glory, maybe.
Oh yeah. So okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these into our arsenal, right? Into next week's podcast or next week's video. What we're gonna discuss will be war movies and Stanley Kubrick.
Cool.
And we already know which movie is gonna tie those together. So let's get like a little bit more than that. Because I have a lot to say about Stanley Kubrick.
Same do I.
And I have a lot to say about war movies too, because there's another movie that I watched the other day called Hamburger Hill. Am I gonna talk about this movie? Absolutely not.
I think I've seen that. Who's that with?
What was the guy's name?
With John
Like
Wayne?
Michael Dudikoff. But there are a lot of Michael Dudikoff movies out there that are like completely like that. There's one. Oh man, but we'll get into it next week. There's one called like Tunnel Rats 1964 or some shit. And I saw that one and I fucking lost my mind. That one was a fucking snuff film.
Yeah.
Like none of those guys made it out. It was just like anyways, yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
There's a bunch of them. Like, I mean, anyway, we'll talk about it next week about
Bro, you are the shit. I love you to death, man. Thank you so much for, dude. I feel like this would be awesome, especially if we actually get Zach to like chime in with shit and we have like 3 screens, like over here or something like that, whatever. And then we'll get like an emblem over here or over here, whatever, like get like all blocked out, and there's just like the three of us just like talking shit, and we can like block it out and be like, okay, well, when we're going on to this person, we're going on to this person, whatever. Dude, you're so much smarter than me. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
No.
Dude, you are. Like you like good movies. I just like watch this shit. Like
No,
I don't know if that helps me or anything like that, but like I just love shit movies, you know, and whatever.
So good. Like,
Yeah.
if that's
You
what
like the good ones though. You like the good ones though, and that's why I ask you for opinions.
So yeah, we're gonna watch Apocalypse Now,
Uh-oh.
Full Metal Jacket, Paths of Glory, and Doctor Strangelove would be good. I would throw that into.
Oh man, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. You go ahead and build your arsenal. I'm gonna build mine, and we're gonna talk about 2 subjects for episode 2 of this podcast or video podcast, and that's gonna be war movies and Stanley Kubrick.
Sounds like a plan.
It's gonna be wild, man. All right,
Yeah.
love you to death, man.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.